Scene 1, Shop in Boston, Massachusetts, June 1773.
John Hancock, welcome to my shop. What can I get for you today? We just got some beautiful new things from England. And you know I can't sell you tea at the much lower price than anybody else.
Yes, I heard that you've been picked to sell tea for the East India Tea Company.
It's quite an honor, really.
So you can sell tea at a lower price than Americans can?
Yes, isn't it wonderful? But I must tell you, I'm surprised that more people aren't coming in and buying tea.
Maybe they don't like King George telling them who they can buy tea from and who they can't.
That's not true. They can buy tea from anyone they want to. It's just that the East India Company company can sell its tea for the very lowest price.
Then there's the tax on tea. Some people might have problems with that.
Some people might not like to buy tea that's been smugged in. That's where all the merchants get their tea, smuggling in against the law.
Colonies are British, but we have no voice in the British government. We have no says over taxes or how they are spent.
That's not my fault.
You could stop selling tea from the East India Tea Company.
You can stop. You can stop causing trouble for merchants like me.
I couldn't do that. But I could stop buying anything for merchants like you. Good day, sir.
Scene 2, outside the meeting house in Pepperell, Massachusetts. A few weeks later.
Ladies, we're here today to speak against our tea tax.
Down King George.
No more taxes. We need to do something more than speak out. We need to do something.
Burn the tape.
Did everyone bring their British tea?
Yes!
Dump it on the steps of the meeting house. Show King George how to feel about his taxes. As the protesters pour their tea, the British captain and the soldiers come in. The woman set the tea on fire.
Ladies, what's going on in here? What's all the noise about? We don't want our British tea.
Here now, that's perfectly good tea. What are you doing? Put out that fire, I say. Put it out at once.
Stand back, Captain. We did buy this tea, Captain. We paid the tax on it. It's our tea. We can do what we want with it.
It's not against the law to burn tea, Captain.
Not yet, anyway. Go back to England, you redcoats.
Muttering to himself,
I wish I were back in England.
two soldiers.
Leave the women alone. Let them burn their tea. Let's just make sure the fire doesn't spread.
It's too late. The fire is spreading all over the colonies.
Don't you worry. King George will put out your fire.
Let him try. Scene 1. Old South Church in Boston, December 16th, 1773.
3 ships loaded with English tea sit on our harbor. We have said that we don't want this tea. We have said that these ships must sail back to England with their tea. With their tea, Governor Hutchinson says the ships will stay here. We say to him again that the ships must leave our harbor. We say also that the British warships in the harbor must also leave.
We don't want their tea. We don't want their taxes. We don't want British soldiers in our homes.
Oh, no.
The messenger comes in. in and whispers in Sam Adams' ear.
Governor Hutchinson has left the town. We have our answer.
Do we want their tea?
No, to the harbor.
Throw the tea into the harbor.
Let Governor Hutchinson and the British try to fish their tea out of the harbor.
Scene 2. Sarah and John Fulton's house in Boston later that night.
Now remember, nobody takes any tea. We dump all of it overboard. Here, we'll wrap coal dust on your hands and face. Wrap yourself in these blankets. Do you think the British know what we're up to?
Not a chance. Governor Hutchinson left town, didn't he? If he thought there'd be trouble, he wouldn't have left.
We need access to break open these chests. Remember this, do no harm to the ships or their crews.
What about the warships? What if they start firing at us?
It's dark tonight. We'll have to get to the ships quietly. They won't fire on their own ships. Come over here, John Fulton. You need more coal dust on your face.
Whispering to him,
You better come back to me safe and sound. Don't worry, the British won't know what hit them. We'll follow you down to the harbor.
Scene 1. On the Dartmouth. Scene 1. On board the Dartmouth in Boston Harbor later that night.
There's George Hughes, find the captain and bring him here. Make sure he has the keys and get some candles from him too.
I don't know where we are.
The rest of you, get to work on the chest of tea.
George Hughes leaves.
Next one, colonists 1 through 5.
Colonists 1 through 5 open the chest and throw the tea overboard. George Hughes and the captain come in.
Good evening, Captain. May I have your keys?
I only ask this of you. Do not hurt my ship or my men.
You have my word. Our fight is not with you or your men.
The colonists work quickly and quietly. After throwing the tea overboard, they sweep and clean the decks. Colonist 5 slips some tea into his pockets.
Hold on. What did you just put into your pocket?
nothing.
We said we'd take no tea.
We dumped almost 400 chests of tea into the harbor. Nobody's going to miss this little bit of tea.
We are not thieves. Empty your pockets. Good. Now throw him overboard. Let him swim back. Empty it for him.
The colonists take Colonist 5 and throw him into the water.
Here are your keys.
Here are your keys, Captain. I think you will find your ship in good condition.
I hope you know what you have started.
We did not start it. King George did. But we will end it. Good night, Captain.
Scene 2. The Fulton's house later that that night.
Thank goodness the British warships didn't fire on you. You are sure no one was hurt?
A couple of men had to swim back. Wasn't that something to see? All that tea floating in the harbor.
I've never heard Boston so quiet.
It won't be quiet for long.
No King George or Governor Hutchinson will have a lot to say when he heard about Boston's little tea party.